of 162.2. The purpose of this net is to handle any messages between cities and towns of western Massachusetts and to provide liaison to the first region net that meets on 3948 kilohertz at 13:45 p.m. local time. This is a directed net. Please do not break the net unless you have emergency or priority traffic. Please do not leave the net without first informing the net control station whenever possible. Your net control station this morning is November 1 Alpha November Delta. My name is Doug, and I'm in Munson, Massachusetts. At this time, are there any stations holding emergency or priority traffic? Emergency or priority only, please call now. Nothing heard. Net control is now looking for our first region liaison station, Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie. Paul, please call and list any traffic.
This is Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie, AB1TC, Paul, running battery power. And good morning to the net. Good morning, Doug. There is no traffic for today for Western Mass Region 1. Back to net control.
Thank you, Paul. Net control is now looking for any stations holding traffic or announcements for the net. Traffic or announcements only. Please call now.
Now calling from N1QOV, November 1, Quebec Oscar Victor, OB in Pittsfield, running commercial power. I have no traffic. Announcements after check-ins, please. Doug.
Okay, thank you, OB. Net control is now looking for any stations anywhere wishing to check into the Western Mass traffic net. Please check in now. Here it is. Kilo Charlie 1 Alpha Kilo Mike Scott in Templeton Commercial Power.
This is November 1 Mike Whiskey Juliet Ellis Battery, New Ashford, no traffic. This is Kilo Charlie 1 Bravo Yankee Delta Rich Pittsfield Portable, no traffic. Good morning.
Here is Whiskey Alpha 1 November Tango India. The name is John QTH Northampton, running commercial power. Good morning.
Okay, that was some fast scribbling I was trying to do there. Net recognizes and welcomes Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie. Good morning, Paul. N1QOV, good morning, Obi. KC1AKM, good morning, Scott. N1MWJ, good morning, Ellis. KC1BYD, good morning, Rich. And WA1NTI, good morning, John. Obi, go ahead with your first round of announcements.
Okay, we got here Newcomers Roundtable, first and third Mondays of the month, 7:30. This repeater, all are welcome. First Tuesday of the month, Medical Reserve Corps Emergency Net, 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. I guess. All are welcome. in conjunction with the Aries races. First Monday, net 7 p.m. This repeater. There's something going on HF also. 6:45 on what is it, 39, 43, 39, whatever. First Monday. And trying to get a traffic training net going sometime in the future, possibly on Sunday at 1 p.m. in lieu of the afternoon traffic net. And that'll take care of the first round. N1QV, back tonight.
Thank you, sir. Another round of check-ins, please. Anyone with or without traffic wishing to check into the Western Mass Traffic Net, please call now.
Here is N2JNT, November 2, Juliet, November Tango, Jack and Troy, New York. Good morning, Doug. Good morning to the net. I have no traffic. I'm running commercial power, and just a notation that the repeater is very noisy and breaking up here in Troy, New York today.
Okay, net recognizes and welcomes N2JNT. Good morning, Jack. Probably the wind. I don't know, it's not too windy here in Munson, but up on the hill there it's probably windy, and that sometimes causes a little bit of problems. N1QOV. Obi, go ahead with the rest of your announcements, please.
K1FFK.
Okay, N1QV back. Second round. What do you got here? It looks like nice weather. Chance of snow maybe tonight. Otherwise, it looks pretty nice. Only cold up until Sunday. Countdown. 7 days until Thanksgiving. Earth calendar. Things happening around the world today in case you're working. The ex-Army coup day in Mali. Birthday of Sultan somebody in Oman. Discovery Day in Puerto Rico. Garifuna Settlement Day in Belize. Monaco National Commemoration Day in Monaco. Prince Rainier Day in Monaco. And U.S. Marine Corps Day. I think they just had their birthday of the Marine Corps the other day in the U.S. of A. The things we celebrate weirdly here in the USA. November 19th, National Play Monopoly Day, National Carbonated Beverage with Caffeine Day. Who can live without caffeine? National Education Support Professionals Day. I don't know, I hear that some of the things they're doing to math and stuff is unbelievable. Stupid. That's just me though. Next No Bark meeting, November 30. No Bark meeting, Pittsfield Humane Society. I forget the address. On where's that? Barker Road, 214, 314, and Barker Road in Pittsfield, November 30. What do we got here? No ARRL November sweepstakes phone, third full weekend in November. That's already over. Again. And finally, well, maybe not so finally. Solar Flux 167. A is 11, and in the K is 2. Count is 92, and finally, final BBB Hamfest flea market for this year I have is the 29th of November in Windsor, Connecticut. N1QOV, back tonight.
All right, thank you, Omi. One last call before I close. Are there any other stations wishing to check into the Western Mass Traffic Net? Please call now. Here is November 1, Juliet, Kilo, N1JJK Ed in Lanesboro, Massachusetts on this bright sunny day. Mobile, battery, no traffic. Good morning. Here is N1KXM, handles Ron, South Hadley, Mass. N1JJK, good morning, Ed. N1KXM, Ron, what did you say your QTH was? I'm in South Hadley, Mass. Thank you, Ron. And that last station, no copy. Would you try it again slowly, please? You have Kilo Delta 2 Delta Papa Papa. My name is Walter. I'm upstate New York. Okay, so let me see if I got this right, Walter. Kilo Delta 2 Delta Papa Papa. Is that correct? That's affirmative. Thank you, Walter. And one more time, please, your location in New York. My CCH is South Fort Wright, New York. I'm in Delaware County. Copy on that. Okay, a little scratchy, but you are making it, Walter. Thanks for checking in. Okay, I'm going to give one last shout out to any other stations wishing to check into the Western Mass Traffic Net. Call now.
This is Kilo Bravo 1 Yankee Charlie Juliet. Kurt Housatonic, running commercial power, no traffic.
Recognizing KB1YCJ. Good morning, Kurt. Not good afternoon. It's good morning. What's the matter? Anyway, with that, this closes cycle one of the ARRL Western Mass Traffic Net. I'd like to thank the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club for the use of the Mount Greylock K1FFK 146.91 repeater. The time is now 10 hours and 12 minutes. I now return the repeater back to normal amateur radio use. Thank you to all the stations who checked in and those who stood by while the net was being conducted. This is November 1 Alpha November Delta, Doug in Munson, now signing clear. 7-3 well.
What's a qual? What's a U? Qual, what's a U?
N1QOB. Still around OB? This is N1AND.
Hey, my cousin Vinny. What's a U?
Hey, is the frost on the pumpkin up there this morning? I have 27.8 degrees here at the moment.
What I do? Forget the temp. It's 23 of the Fahrenheit persuasion.
Yeah. It's a little on the chilly side. Sounds like a good day to stay in the house and play with the radio, huh?
Yeah, I was going to go back out. I went out for a while this morning. And I did a load of stuff. Took a trailer to the scrapyard just to get it out of my hair. And yes, it is cold outside, but the sun makes it feel nice.
Okay, yeah, the sun's shining here. I haven't been out. I haven't stuck my nose outside at all yet, but yeah, the sun is shining. Maybe if the wind isn't blowing, I don't know. Somebody, I think it was Jack over in Troy there, said that The repeater was real noisy to his station. I didn't notice it here, but it could be wind up there on the mountain.
Well, I don't know where you pick up the gradients. What do you call that? The barometric differences. What do you call that on a terrain map? The gradients. Usually can tell where the wind is blowing due to the lines being superimposed quite closely. I don't know where the map of that is.
I don't either. Probably can get it from the National Weather Service there somehow. And yeah, if the wind blows, boy, the cold goes right through you. But if it's calm, and it doesn't feel too bad. But like I say, you've been out, you know what it's like. And if the sun feels warm, well, probably the wind isn't blowing up there in Pittsfield.
K1FFK.
Well, I can see out the window. It's every now and then you get a little burst. I can see out of one of my 6 or 8 or 10 American flags I have, the patriot that I am. The one flag is waving, but not briskly like Tetley T.
I think that's Lipton tea, eh? Brisk Lipton tea. Anyway, yesterday, boy, the wind blew around here and it was cold, and I went out. I was going to go uptown, and I had a couple errands I wanted to do, go to the post office and one thing or another. I had to go over to my neighbor over here to see him about something, and I got over there and I said, you know what, I'm not walking uptown. By the time I got over there, it was about blue.
Yeah. Well, what do you call that? Something is a better part of valor. Getting old or something.
Yeah. Yes, discretion is the better part of valor, and I used my own discretion and stayed the heck down here. I didn't go uptown. Anyhow, yeah, I just wondered how cold it was up there because it hasn't gotten up to 30 here, and they said maybe the high would be 38 or 9 or something. I don't know, but pretty chilly. Good radio day. Catch you later. N1QOV. This is N1AND.
I know cold working construction, doing foundations and junk, up to your knees in ice water. Lots of fun. The wind blowing so hard you can barely stand up because you're wearing a good sized sail in the form of one-piece coveralls. Oh boy, love it. See you later, Doug. N1Q.
Yeah, one quick story, Obi. You talked about putting foundations in. I was working with a guy putting in foundations, and this other kid, my ex-wife's cousin, actually, he was always joking. He always had a joke, you know, and it was cold. Just like you're talking about. The wind was blowing and everything. We were stripping the wall, I think, that day and carrying those forms up out of the hole. And we didn't have the luxury of one of those boom trucks or anything, you know, carry them by hand. And the lady across the street was trying to turn her television antenna and was going, yeah. It wasn't moving, it was all froze up. She kept doing it. You know? Finally, my friend Dick says, I think I just saw the house turn.
How many does it take to turn a house? Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, it gets cold. Yeah, listening to the radio. Oh, it's cold out there. I mean, these city people in Albany. Oh, it's cold. Well, most of them don't know cold.
You know, I'll tell you, I was in Rollins, Wyoming. I will never forget Rollins, Wyoming. Coldest place I think I ever was in my life. And we stopped at a truck stop, and it was my partner's turn to take the wheel. And I don't know what he did. I got in the bunk, and the next thing I know, there was a big snap. Everything was frozen, I guess, and he set the brakes, you know, or when I set the brakes when I parked it there, everything got all stuck. It was snowing and blowing. Anyway, he stuck it in gear and just let the clutch out like he always did, like it was going to do a wheel stand. And something popped. I heard it, you know, and he got out and messed around for a while. He says, I don't see anything wrong. So off we went down the road. We got down the highway a mile, I guess, and the drive shaft fell out. Was the universal joint broke. Well, I was the lead driver, so guess who's got to go walking back and find the phone? Oh, boy, was it cold.
I'm sure we could sit here for days trading stories. Discretion, yeah, that's what. Yeah, I remember Fort Carson, Colorado, dead of winters, doing a week in the field, sleeping in the back of a steel bedded deuce and a half truck. Luckily, we had air mattresses and. But anyway, yeah, okay, the familiar sound of a driveline snapping. What was the thing? The thingy, the Jake brake. Failure to release may result in driveline damage or something.
I don't know. And of course, we pulled in and parked. It was cold and snow, and everything was probably wet under the truck. And I put the maxi brakes on, and everything froze right there. When he pushed the button to release them, he didn't wait. You know, wait a minute for everything to release. He just jammed it in first gear and let the clutch out. You could hear a snap, and I said something broke.
Yeah.
He got out with a flashlight and wandering around for a little bit. Came in. I don't see anything wrong. You know, off we went down the road. Well, we didn't go too far. We found out what the noise was. The universal flew apart. The drive shaft fell out in the road.
Well, I had that happen. Just coming home from work, which wasn't too far, right in front of a bar room. Not that I was anyway. I think I had 4-wheel drive. What I do? Strap it up with a bungee cord and put it in front wheel drive, something like that. Also happened in Vietnam. Driveline snap. Put it up with C-ration wire and 4-wheel drive, and away we go.
Yeah, I've been in those situations. You don't want to go too fast, so you get that drive shaft whipping around. Depending on which end is broken off. If it's broken off on the differential end, it could get whipping around there. You got to be careful with it. Anyhow, 7-3s. Have a good one. Stay warm. Talk to you later. N1AND.
Reminds me, we were working in Stockbridge one time. The winter. There was this one apple left on, apple or a pear left on a tree. Kept seeing that every day. Like, when is that thing gonna fall off? Well, I forget. But anyway, see you later. N1AND, N1 Julie.